Hi, this is Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach, and the author of How to Blog a Book, the Author Training Manual, and 17 other ebooks. I'm actually a 9-time Amazon bestseller, and I am the founder of the Write Nonfiction in November Challenge, which is also known as National Nonfiction Writing Month. So this week on my blog, WriteNonfictionNow.com, as part of the Write Nonfiction in November Challenge, I had some experts offer tips on, and information actually, on how to publish and on different publishing paths. And I wanted to supplement that with a little bit of information because people ask me often why I chose to be what's called a hybrid author. And I wanted to talk about that because as you choose which way to go, the majority of authors think that they have to either go the traditional publishing route or the self-publishing route, and that really isn't the truth of the matter at all. And one of the reasons that I have 9 Amazon bestsellers to date is because I'm a hybrid author. So let's talk about that a little bit so that you can have this as an option for yourself as well. I definitely set out as a traditional publishing holdout. That means that I wanted to be traditionally published. It was my dream to have a literary agent and to be published by a traditional publishing house. And I realized that dream. I did have several literary agents before I actually landed a book deal. My first book deal was for How to Blog a Book. This is the second edition of How to Blog a Book, which came out this past year. It's done very well, and so it did go into a second edition after only 2 years. My second book was negotiated for me by the same literary agent, and that was for the Author Training Manual. And that book has done quite well as too, not quite as well as the other, but it's a comprehensive guide to creating books that sell. So I have just landed my third traditional publishing deal for a new book that will be out in 2016. I can't announce what that is just yet because I haven't signed the contract. But you can see that this is me realizing my dream of becoming a traditionally published author. I have 2 more book proposals that will go out hopefully in December, and hopefully I'll have more traditional publishing deals. And I love traditional publishing. I love having an agent. While some people don't like giving some of their money to an agent, I see my agent as a business partner and someone to help me craft my career. And that is exactly what my current literary agent does. But when I was first starting out, and I learned about building author platform, I realized that in order to build my platform, I was going to need to go out and start speaking. And in order to do that, I needed a book. Now, you can speak without a book. There are lots of speakers who don't have books. But I felt like, being that I wanted to speak because I wanted to be an author, I needed a book. And so I produced short versions of the longer books I wanted to write. That's why I actually have quite a successful course you can purchase online called How to Write a Short Book Fast. And it's based on this experience I had of writing short books very quickly in order to get out there and speak. So, but you can use them for lots of other reasons. Anyway, so I started publishing books, and at first they were just what I would call booklets. They were saddle stitched, which means they were stapled down the side. And, you might not think of those as books, but consider the last time you got an envelope in the mail from a marketer and it said free book inside, and when you open it, it's this little booklet, right, that's stapled. It's a book. It's just a little book. It's a booklet. Anyway, I later produced those as ebooks. It was very simple to do as a PDF. A few of those were transferred onto Amazon as Kindle books, and I even produced a few books using CreateSpace. A couple of those I also used a digital press for. So I found that I could very inexpensively produce the books and get physical books. Rather than ordering them from Amazon, I could produce them from what's called a digital press. And so that's what I did, and they were very high quality and inexpensive, and I would get box loads of them in my house, and I would sell them when I would go out and speak. Or if somebody ordered them, I would actually ship them, so I was the distributor as well. From this experience, though, I realized that self-publishing was a lot of work. I had to manage my team. I had to have, even though I'm a book editor, I had to actually hire editors and proofreaders, and I had to hire designers, and I had to take the time to get the book up on Amazon, and I had to manage the taxes, which you have to do anyway, no matter how you publish. But there was just so much to it. Right, I actually was opening a publishing company. I had an imprint, Pure Spirit Creations, and I opened this imprint and was publishing books. And while that was cool and I earned more money that way and I could do it as fast as I wanted to in any way I wanted to, I had total control, and that's why most people want to publish books, right? That it's quick, self-publish, that's quick, they can make more money, and they have control. And the fact is that we're going to have to promote these books ourselves no matter how we publish, right? So the publisher isn't going to do it for you. So you do a lot of the promoting work anyway, the platform building and actual promotion upon release. But it was just taking up a lot of time, and so I didn't want to do that. I decided there were other people who could do a better job of producing my books for me, and so I actually chose for my current agent an agency, a literary agency that does assisted self-publishing. And because I saw the value of self-publishing, I wanted to continue self-publishing. I just didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do the work of it. I wanted to write the books and get the books out there. And so my agents, the agency I'm with, Fuse Literary, they have an assisted self-publishing team, and I write the books and I turn them over and they show back up with covers and they've been edited, and if I need to do anything with them, they tell me, but with the content, but they get them up on Amazon and into Smashwords and all the different online bookstores for ebooks, and I don't have to do it, and so it's just ebooks. But here, and yes, I do lose a little bit of money in the process and a little bit of control, but not a lot. We work together on it. But I do pay them for that. They get a percentage of all my sales. But here is the good news about all of this. That was good news too, actually. I don't mind the paying them. They're my business partner. They should get paid for the work they do. And I would have to pay somebody, right, to edit and design and do all that. So it's really a small percentage compared to the work they do. But in addition to that, the good news is that every time I release an ebook, a self-published ebook, it boosts the sales of my other books. And we actually use my self-publishing as a means of promoting my traditionally published books. So every time I have a traditionally published book, we plan on producing a couple self-published books, ebooks, to help promote those. And it does, it boosts sales. And it increases my platform, and it allows me to brand in whichever area I want to brand in. So for instance, I want to be branding in a totally new area, and producing ebooks in that area helps. And so whether you choose assisted self-publishing or not, this hybrid model of I'll have traditional publishing books and I'll produce ebooks as well in order to support that is a wonderful, wonderful model, and it can provide you with a lot of success. Matter of fact, the most successful authors out there today are hybrid authors. They are both traditionally publishing and self-publishing. And they have a lot of books on the market. They don't just have one. So you don't want to be a one-book author. You want to be a multiple-book author. So I highly recommend this method of, the strategy of hybrid publishing. And that answers the question of why I chose this. I chose it because really I love traditional publishing, but I see the total value of self-publishing, and I enjoy that too. I like the speed of it and the freedom to produce books that might not get picked up by a traditional publisher. But I really enjoy how producing those ebooks, those self-published books, supports my traditional publishing efforts and also makes me more attractive to a traditional publisher. So traditional publishers now are seeing that the work I'm doing to promote my books in this way with additional books is of benefit to them. And so that makes me more attractive to the traditional publishers. So the whole thing together is working really nicely for me, and I think it could work nicely for you too if that's what you choose. So that's why I chose to be a hybrid author. I hope you consider it as you're thinking about the traditional and self-publishing routes. Of course, you have to choose the route that's best for you and best for your books. But there you have it. That's why I did it, and that's what hybrid publishing can look like for you. This is Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach. You can find out more about me at ninaamir.com. That's NINAAMIR.com. I offer author coaching, blog to book coaching, book coaching. Occasionally I still edit a book, but not too often. And I also offer high performance coaching, which will help you become more productive in every area of your life. It helps you have heightened periods and sustained periods of heightened performance in every area of your life. So if you're interested in high performance coaching, please give me a call or email me to set up a free appointment, and I will do a 1-hour session with you so you can see what that's all about. So this is Nina Amir, and I hope you go out there and achieve more inspired results. And don't forget to check out the Write Nonfiction in November Challenge. You can find out more about that in National Nonfiction Writing Month at nationalnonfictionwritingmonth.com.